check out this cool feature. Oh wow. I don't think it's supposed to sound like that, but check this out. Isn't that cool? You have a nice flat space here to eat. You can put your laptop up here, or you can do both. Like as I'm editing videos at a car dealership, I can eat, have my food here, have my laptop right here. It's pretty cool. Before you judge me, understand why I'm doing this video. This video is very important, very important. I have behind me, as you just saw in the title, a 3-liter diesel from GM and a twin-turbo V6 from Ford. Ford's been doing this for a minute now, and this diesel is fairly new. Now what's really cool is these trucks have the exact same transmission. That is correct. Ford and GM developed this 10-speed that's in the half tons together. So I'm really excited to do this. Now I obviously know what the outcome is going to be on field mileage, but performance wise, that Ford is a rocket ship. However, this is a torque monster. So we'll see how this all plays out today. I'm so excited. Be sure to like the video, subscribe, and let's get into it. All right, I'm gonna try to keep my foot out of this Ford. This Ford is fast. Actually, I have to keep my foot out of it. I put 3 gallons in this thing, and I only have 16 miles to empty. Like, I tried to put fuel in this thing, and it still wasn't enough. And you know, 3 gallons of fuel is like $13. It's crazy expensive. But nevertheless, I really do like these Ford cabs. These cabs are huge. These seats are definitely a lot comfortable. I actually like the cloth seats in here too. They look pretty. And this one has the big old Mamma Jamma 12-inch display. I like the way they turn the screen too. It's way more functional than the Ram. Wow, this truck is so fast. It's so fast. Now this truck has 21,000 miles on it right now. So it's definitely broken down. I want to say that Duramax has about 20K on it too. So this is really, really similar. I think the GMC is a 2020. This is a 2021. So this is the new body style. It has like the reflective style headlights. So it's pretty loaded for a XLT, but not as loaded as the GMC. How I will say, I'd pick this interior over that GMC without having leather seats, and I'm a huge fan of leather seats. It's a really nice truck. It might be better than a Ram. I think it's better than a Ram's truck overall. Not just the interior side of things, but just overall. I think having the 3.5 liter V6 is just, it's really good, really good. All right, just reset the fuel economy. Let's go ahead and head out. Oh good, we didn't catch the light. That's a good thing. We did not catch the light, which means that we might actually have a little bit of a leg up. Now, if we don't catch light with the Duramax, then it won't really matter. But overall, this is a very smooth, quiet cab. These 20-inch wheels, these tires, they're on another level. If I was in the market for a half ton, I'm leaning towards a trimmer F150. This is really nice, and this is not even a trimmer. I've driven a trimmer before, and this is definitely like really, really nice. I never thought I'd say a Ford truck was nice, but it really is. Everything about it is just top notch. Now let's take a look at the numbers. The front gross axle weight rating is going to be 3,525 pounds. The rear is going to be 4,150 pounds with a gross vehicle weight rating of 7,050 pounds. And something cool to note is this has 20 by 8.5 inch wheels. Most manufacturers do 8, so that's pretty cool. And this has an all-in payload capacity of 1,848 pounds. All right, so we're going 75 miles an hour. We're just over 1,500 RPMs. Not bad, actually. 10th gear. Love that Ford allows you to see what gear you're in. GM does not do that, and Ram you have to lock it into, or you have to use a gear limiter, whatever you want to call it, to see the gears, basically. But this is a very smooth riding pickup. The road noise is really low, and I really can't say anything negative so far. I mean, the cab is huge. Just check this out. It's definitely bigger than, I would say, GM's, and it might be about the same size as the Ram, which is pretty big for the 5th gen half tons. But just everything looks great. I mean, even this big screen right here, I mean, it just has a lot of great information. It's very clear. They even have like a spot too, a calm screen. I like that they do that. So if you don't want to see a bunch of information, if it overwhelms you, this is your calm screen. So I'm not really sure what the first and second and third gears are at in this transmission, but this does have a 331 rear axle, and as you just saw on the RPMs, it does run pretty low. Just over 1500 RPMs is perfect. I remember when these had 6 speeds, you're running closer to 2000 RPMs at 75 miles an hour. I mean, if I were to drop down to 65, you'd be running below 1500 RPMs probably. So yeah, that's really, really interesting. I can't get over how smooth this truck rides. Like there's not that much body. Like there's no body roll. Like this is way better than the other half tons. Now I did tow with one back in the day. It was like an older body style, and it didn't do so good. And I wonder if they fixed that for this newer body style. And one reason is because they don't have sway bars out back. I didn't check to see if this one had it, but the one I tested didn't have any sway bars. So that's going to always be a factor too, because that's going to help, you know, going down the road, especially with my trailer I was towing. It's a 28-foot trailer, so it's a big trailer. And out of that test I tested Rams, Toyotas, a bunch of Chevy trucks, half tons, and even the Nissan Titan, which actually did pretty good. But Chevy did the best, which I was very surprised by because they had the most squat. It didn't make any sense. But we're almost to the halfway point here. We're going to make a U-turn, and then we're going to check back in after that so you guys can see the acceleration. I'm like at 9 miles to empty. I'm so scared right now. Alrighty, so we're still in 10th gear, 9th gear, 8th gear, 6th gear, 4th gear, 3rd. There it is. 18.4 at 7.9 miles driven so far. 7.8, excuse me. So let's talk about it. 3.5 liter V6 twin turbo. It's called the EcoBoost. Has 400 horsepower, 500 pound-feet of torque. Has way more torque than a diesel behind her. So you can only imagine what kind of power this is going to really put down on the ground. I'm really excited to do this test because I really want to see how much better fuel economy that diesel is going to get over this gas. This is fast. The power delivery to the ground, perfect. It didn't spin, it just went. Like, there was a little bit of a lag at 0, obviously. Like, there was a little bit of a lag. I felt V6 naturally aspirated up until about maybe 2,500 RPMs, and then it just went. Man, this truck is so fast. And it doesn't really lose steam either. It just keeps going. Like, it accelerates so hard. So I'm pretty sure that first and second gear are really deep, especially with it having this lower numerical axle ratio out back. Sheesh, wow. This truck is ridiculously fast. And I can only imagine if you had the high output V6 twin turbo, it has more power. So all in all, fuel economy is at 16.5. This is a test that's pretty much over until we see the acceleration. We're almost back. I'll check back in one last time. Well, actually, I'll check back when we get back to the dealership. But yeah, this is not as good as I would expect it. I did do the acceleration in sport though. I put it back in eco, but I wanted to show you guys the performance just so you have a really good gauge of just how good this truck can accelerate. So I'll probably do the exact same thing for the diesel, just so it's apples to apples. And here we are, 17.3 mpg. Wow. So 15.9 miles driven, 17 minutes and 49 seconds. Wow. So that's setting the bar really low for the GM. We know what's gonna happen right now, but it's still fun at games. I love diesels. I am like a huge fan of any type of diesel engine. I guess whenever I talk about gas engines, I'm trying to sell myself on gas engines because I was so against them. Like, I would never buy a gas HD. And now I'm to the point now where I've kind of convinced myself that gas engines aren't as bad as I thought they were. And after all my testings of them, I do find that they're definitely adequate. Now, do they compete with the diesel? Probably not. But this one right here, this bad boy has some strong torque. I love these diesels. Now, it feels like it's a dead spot. Like, from a roll, it's like a small like lag, but when you hit it, it just comes to life. And it's so quiet too, you can't even tell it's on. I get excited about diesels. I don't know why. I just like the way, it's a bug on me. I just like the way they feel, and this one's no exception to that. So let me go ahead and get everything set up, by the way, because I gotta get my fuel economy ready to go. Oh, here it is, got it right here. All right, I'm gonna switch cameras real quickly. All right, this is the same spot. Stop right here, reset. There it is. And there's like a dead spot. I don't like that. Oh, we didn't catch the light. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. We have the fuel economy reset. Oh man, that's not good at all, man. So from 0, there's like this disgusting dead spot. I wonder why that is. I mean, I guess it could be part to that inline 6 design, maybe, I don't know. Because my Ram does the same thing. It's like there's no power. But once it gets into the boost, I mean, it will burn out for days. But yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get down the road. Well, the Ford could not compete with the fuel economy, so hopefully the acceleration test will prove to be victorious, right? Maybe. Here's the nicest thing about GM trucks, and I apologize if you can't see this. So the gross vehicle weight rating is going to be 7,200 pounds, 15,000 pound gross combined weight rating. You have a rear gross ax weight rating at 3,800 pounds. Now the curb weight on this truck is 5,806 pounds. I think I did a video on a high country Silverado, and it was like 5,400 pounds. So this is a heavy truck. Max payload is 1,394 pounds, and has a 9,000 pound conventional towing with a 900 pound tongue weight, 6,100 pounds for gooseneck, and 915 pounds for the tongue weight for the gooseneck trailer. So check it out. We're 100 RPMs lower at 75 miles an hour than we were in the Ford F150. So this has that 323 versus the 330. They're basically going to have the same gearing in the 10-speed transmission. However, if you haven't been paying attention, you see that gas miles? Fuel mileage, excuse me, this is a diesel, so fuel mileage, we're going to go ahead and call this a done deal. So at this point, we're just trying to get the best we can get at this point. So what do you guys think? 323 versus 330, this definitely is running at lower RPMs for sure. 100 RPMs lower at 1,600 versus 1,700. It wouldn't surprise me if the transmissions are geared differently. I mean, this being a diesel, and I'm pretty sure that the way Ford is, they probably changed it from GM a little bit, but they did develop this 10-speed together. But yeah, even going up this grade right now, yeah, we haven't even jumped up at all on the RPMs. So, wow. We're at 21.9, and now we're about to go downhill for like another half a mile. This is a done deal. Yeah, the Ford that V6 is not as efficient as I thought it was. I prefer, even to this day, like I love how much power that V6 had, but I don't know. I think I would almost have to look at the diesel now. Like now that I've seen the V6 twin turbo, and now I'm looking at this one, it seems like the diesel is really the sweet spot for someone like me. If you want the good fuel economy, if you want something that can still tow pretty well, I think that this is just a good contender. So we are at 7.9 miles traveled, 23 point, it keeps going up. 23.9. And oh my gosh, that's the only thing I don't like. There's like a dead spot. And what I'll do is I'll show you guys the acceleration and you'll see what I mean. Like there's like a dead spot when you hit it. In the comment section, do you own a diesel Duramax? And does it do something similar? So this is arguably one of the best half-ton diesels on the market. Now, one of the major benefits is it is inline six, so you don't need like harmonic balancers, things like that you would need for like a V design engine. Also, the power comes on at record low RPMs, like figure full throttle 1500 RPMs. That's just insane. Now, as far as the horsepower goes, it doesn't sound like a lot, but trust me, for a diesel, it's a good bit. I think it's class leading at 277 horsepower, and as far as the torque goes, 460 pound-feet of torque, and that comes on around 1500 to 3000 RPM. So that's really, really good numbers. And as I mentioned earlier, it's made to a 10-speed transmission with a 3:23 axle ratio out back. I will say, you know, having all these grades, and I feel like there's a little bit of a win, but it's not a lot. I'm getting 23, 24 mpg now. I'm about to destroy this with this acceleration test. But 11.3 miles driven, 24.1 mpg average. And I don't know if you guys saw, but this truck does have almost 21,000 miles, so they're very similar in mileage. This is a perfect test. If you haven't done so yet, be sure to subscribe to my channel. And special shout out to Fitzgerald Auto Mall. Be sure to check out their inventory here in Frederick, Maryland. Been very helpful. David Harrison, he's a guy you need to go see if you need to buy a car too, because they have models of Volkswagen, Chevy, Cadillac, the whole nine. All right, so here we go. Let me set up. And 1, 2, 3. Dead spot. Oh, we know who won that bad boy. Oh my gosh, this thing is slow compared to that Ford. I mean, I was thinking we were at like 75, we were only like at 65. I was like, wow, we're so far behind. So let's see what the fuel economy is. 22.6. The GMC's like, hey, you can laugh at my performance, but I still got good MPG. Yes, you do. Miles per gallon is definitely the winner here. Clear winner. I think we ended off with 17.7 or 8. I can't remember. There's just too many numbers in my head. I will even say the GM 5.3 liter did better than the Ford V6 twin turbo. Now, if I used the eco mode, I think for the rest of the trip, I would have probably got 1 mpg better. I probably would have got like 18 and a half or so, because I really do feel like it made a difference when I put it in eco. But overall, guys, this is a really good option. I love the Denali. It looks amazing. The interior is top notch. You can't go wrong with either one. But if you really are after fuel economy, this is definitely the one to take. Now, diesel is a lot more expensive, so you have to still do some math, and maybe I'll show you something in this video to see which one will still work best for you. And there it is, 16.1 miles driven, 24.3. I have to be honest, I did cheat a little bit for the Ford. I tried my best to like watch how I drove it going up and down hills. With this one, I just kept it in cruise control, and I still got worse. Now, I'm looking at the Ford now. I think the truck is leveled, and the level will definitely hurt your fuel economy. So that's just something to consider too. So this test probably wasn't as fair, although it never was fair, but that truck is definitely leveled. So you have to take that into consideration, and that's probably why the fuel economy is a little bit worse. So what do you guys think about that video? Overall, I really do think that these are really good options. You're not going to get the gas mileage you would expect out of a V6 because it is twin turbo, so you're going to have to learn how to drive this one. But right out of the gate, you do have better MPG, and you have the potential, I'll say potential because it depends on how you drive it, you have the potential to get 30 miles to the gallon on the highway. And the Ford, you know, although I think this truck is leveled, it did really good. It's just when you're going up and down grades, that's going to really affect fuel economy, and that's what we did in this test. So overall, I think that if I were to choose, I think I liked the Ford better, just because the cab was a little bit bigger. I love the power. I'm willing to sacrifice the fuel economy for the power that this truck had. I do like the diesel. I just didn't like that flat or dead space, I would say, from zero. It just felt weird. And it's something similar that I have in my truck. So I would love to, at some point, test out a Power Stroke for the half tons to see how well it is, because that may be another good option. And maybe, who knows, as time goes, maybe I can put them both together and do a test. But on that note, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope it was helpful. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys soon.